Paul here again. This is video number 2. In video 1, we saw how to set realistic goals. And our target for the next 30 days is a minimum of 210,000 gold, or 7,000 gold a day. You'll see how I break that down in the first video. Now in this video, I'm in my class order hall, and I have selected a combat ally. I do play a tank, but even for tanks, you want to set this combat ally in your class order hall. And once you've got them all leveled up and you've got all the abilities unlocked, what you want is things that'll give you order resources and gold every time you do a world quest. So, for example, I have the Elixir of Plenty here. Every time I do a world quest, that's 100 order resources. This one gives me 50 gold and 100 order resources. And this one is not optimal, and I'll explain why. But this one gives 50 gold and a chance of artifact power. Ideally, what I want to do is I want to replace this one that straight up gives me 100 gold. Unless there are better ones, but I haven't found better ones. So every time I do a world quest, I get 200 order resources and 100 gold, regardless of whatever the world quest is. So let's take a look at the world quests. Now, on the right-hand side, you see World Quest Tracker. It's an add-on that plugs in all of this. Now, there are other add-ons that do similar things, some much more advanced, some a little simpler, but the idea is that you want to see the whole list for the whole zone, and if I click on Argus, it does the same thing. Now, I do actually just want to check this area, and now I need to prioritize my world quests. Obviously, if they're expiring and they're worthwhile doing, you want to get to those as quickly as possible. However, if they're not expiring, like mine are not, then there is a priority that you want to do. So obviously, I want to do the gathering ones and things like that, but I have several hours to do that. Then I have PvP ones that I can do, and those are beneficial. You'll see why, because if I go to the honor talents, every second level, look at that. It gives you 200 free gold, and you only need a few hundred honor to
get. And near the end of the whole pass, and there's 50
levels. I'm 12 of 50 in this one. Near the end, there will be one of these, but instead of 200 gold, it'll give me 2,000 gold. And then, of course, there's pets, mounts, appearances, and stuff like that. But we're after gold. So let's go back here. And my priority, you would think, would be immediately do the gold quests. Well, I have a certain cutoff because by the time I can get to a world quest and do the world quest, it might not be worth it to straight up do a gold one. So I set the break even is if the gold awarded before my bonus on my follower, on my bodyguard, before that, if it's 250 gold or more. So, for example, foul play, 75, not so much, even though it's 3 hours away. Oh, look at this, 375, almost 376 gold. So I would definitely prioritize this. And then, after you're done prioritizing your gold, you're after either Blood of Sargaras, like this one here, or if you're in Argus, you want Primal Sargarite. And in the next video, which will deal specifically with class halls and sending missions and what to do with the Bloods and the Primals, I'll explain why, but keep in mind they are vital to gold making. So let's go back to the list. So I know I'm going to do this one because it's worth 375 gold. I'm going to skip the 70 something golds. If I have time throughout the day, maybe I'll come back to those. And then after the gold, the bloods, and the primals, you want order resources. So this one's worth 495, again before my bonus. And order resources, well, there's 390, there's 450, etc., etc. 495, 675. You get the idea. So again, I will get into why order resources are very important to gold making because they are part of your class order hall. But suffice to say that you do need them. And what I recommend is to have between 10 and 15,000 spare order resources, and you want to get an additional 20,000 on top of that spare. So you want somewhere between 30 and 35. You could go higher if you're just frantically gathering up order resources, but you want all that extra order resources. Clearly, when you're sending missions out or you buy your 20-hour cooldown item that just annihilates a world quest, you need those. Plus, of course, if you have, the Ridge Stalkers and all of these little followers, plus feeding the order resources into these followers over here, you need resources. Always, always, always. So that's my priority. So I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to go and do the uh, the world quests. I'm going to get those done and I'm going to do them in the order that I told you. Now, this is what I want you to pay attention. I'm currently at 26,300 something gold, and I'm almost at 20,000 resources. So we'll see what happens at the end of my blitzing. All right, wish me luck.